Chief Executive John Lee has pledged all-out support for Chinese students whose visas could possibly be revoked by the administration of U.S. President Donald Trump. Quota for foreign students in SAR universities could be increased after the U.S. enhances scrutiny for student visa applications from mainland China. And Foreign Minister Wang Yi arrived in Hong Kong today for a signing ceremony of a mainland-led mediation platform for resolving international disputes. Good evening. You are watching Cable News. I'm Evelyn Bai. The Foreign Ministry has strongly condemned the unreasonable decision by the United States government to aggressively revoke the visas of Chinese students, including those from Hong Kong who are studying in America. Chief Executive John Lee has pledged to provide the best assistance to Chinese students facing unfair treatment in the U.S. and has urged SAR authorities to capitalize on the opportunity by leveraging the city's higher education capabilities. Sachin Kadvi has more details.
美方以意识形态和国家安全为借口，无理取消中。
Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Mao Ning said the decision to revoke visas under the pretext of ideology and national security seriously infringes upon the legitimate rights and interests of Chinese students. China has lodged a protest with the U.S. over the discriminatory action, Mao added.
我哋嘅優勢太多。
Earlier, Chief Executive John Lee said the SAR would completely welcome all foreign students suffering discrimination and unfair treatment in the U.S. Lee made the remarks during a question and answer session at the Legislative Council after Secretary of State Marco Rubio said the U.S. State Department would work with the country's Department of Homeland Security to aggressively revoke visas for Chinese students, including those with connections to the Communist Party or studying in critical fields. The decision also includes to revise and enhance the criteria and scrutiny for future applicants from the mainland and Hong Kong. Earlier this week, Rubio, who is America's top diplomat, also directed U.S. embassies and consulates globally to stop scheduling appointments for student visas as the State Department prepares to expand social media vetting for foreign students. An estimated 280,000 Chinese citizens were studying in the U.S. last year, despite students and academics from the country facing increasing scrutiny by the U.S. government. It is not clear how many of them could be affected by the latest move. Sachin Kadvi, Cable News.
Chief Executive John Lee said the government will look into expanding the overseas student quota allocation in local universities after the United States tightened its grip on international student admissions. Sherwin reports.
Lee made the remarks at a Legislative Council Q&A session, with one key focus being on deepening international exchanges and cooperation. Lawmaker Lau Chi-peng, also an associate vice president of Lingnan University, suggested that the SAR should seize the opportunity to attract talent in light of the U.S. barring top university Harvard from enrolling foreign students. Lau added that the government should go further by expanding the development of the northern metropolis university town.
如果有需要，我係願意再審視下。
In response, Lee praised Hong Kong's education sector for its strengths and expressed willingness to review the foreign student quota in local universities to enhance the city's global appeal. Other lawmakers focused on boosting efforts to promote Hong Kong, including how to better capitalize on YouTuber iShowSpeed's visit to the city last month.
主動引入呢一啲大流量有影響力嘅 KOL 嚟香港啦。
New People's Party lawmaker Dominic Lee pointed out that most of the work in attracting key opinion leaders for promotion is currently done by private enterprises. He suggested the government introduce policies to incentivize or sponsor companies to bring more KOLs to the city.
啲錢要用得其所。
The city leader stressed that while the government will do all it can, it is bound by rules, regulations, and fiscal constraints. He emphasized the need for creative thinking to maximize exposure through online platform promotions. In the first quarter alone, the city had invited 650 KOLs to promote Hong Kong, underscoring the government's efforts, Lee added. Cheryl Yun, Cable News.
The government is seeking ways to fast-track the development of northern metropolis, as Chief Executive John Lee senses a burning urgency to build the economic hub. The remarks were made during Legislative Council question and answer session, where the second segment focused on accelerating development of the northern metropolis.
我係非常關心架構、方法、資金。
The city chief emphasized that the northern metropolis framework, decision-making processes, public-private partnership models, and government market dynamics all represent significant policy challenges requiring careful deliberation. Transport sector lawmaker Frankie Yeek proposed developing the area through an industrial park concept rather than relying on public-private collaborations that operate on highest bidder market principles. Lee endorsed this industrial-focused approach, acknowledging the government had previously prioritized land and housing considerations in legislative discussions, while paying insufficient attention to industrial development. In addition, he stated that the government's large-scale land disposal in the project does not conflict with the industrial park concept, but rather hinges on how to implement. Foreign Minister Wang Yi has arrived in Hong Kong and is set to attend the signing ceremony for the establishment of an intergovernmental mediation body in the city tomorrow. Bess Leung reports.
The top Chinese diplomat arrived at the office of the Commissioner of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in the evening. Vice Foreign Minister Hua Chunying, Chief Secretary Eric Chen, Financial Secretary Paul Chen, Justice Secretary Paul Lam, and Chief Executive John Lee were also spotted at the office, attending a dinner banquet to welcome Wang and delegations from other countries and international organizations who will participate in the signing ceremony tomorrow. Returning to Hong Kong after 3 years since his last visit, Wang landed in Hong Kong shortly before 2 p.m. He is set to attend the signing ceremony of the Convention on the Establishment of the International Organization for Mediation in Wan Chai tomorrow. Police have ramped up patrols and security near the venue around Golden Bohemia Square. Police vehicles, including tactical buses, were also present. Senior representatives from nearly 60 countries across Asia, Africa, Latin America, and Europe, along with approximately 20 international organizations, including the United Nations, will also attend the signing ceremony. A forum will be held following the ceremony to discuss mediation of disputes among countries. First announced in 2022, the China-led International Organization for Mediation marks the world's first intergovernmental legal organization dedicated to resolving international disputes through mediation. It will establish its global headquarters in Hong Kong at the former Wan Chai police station, expected to commence operations as early as end of this year. Bess Leung, Cable News.
National Security Police have taken relatives of wanted activist and ex-actor Zhou Tei away for questioning this morning, according to sources. Escorted by several police, Tei's cousin and her husband walked out from Qingyi Police Station around 11:30 a.m., leaving in a minivan. Canada-based Tei, who left Hong Kong in June 2020, has a $1 million bounty placed on his head for alleged incitement to secession and collusion with a foreign country. 62-year-old Tei is one of 19 overseas activists police issued arrest warrants for violating national security law. Earlier this month, another of Tei's cousin and the cousin's wife were also questioned by the police. The Ombudsman office has launched a probe into the city's management of countryside auxiliary tourist facilities, inspecting whether they are aligned with the government's efforts in developing green tourism. The government watchdog said, despite the authorities' efforts in promoting green tourism in recent years, it noted from media reports the relevant departments, such as the Agriculture, Fisheries and Conservation Department, failed to properly manage and maintain rural amenities. Moreover, the office has occasionally received complaints about the slow progress of repair work and a lack of supporting resources in the countryside. In light of this, a direct investigation was initiated to assess the division of responsibilities and coordination between departments on the management and upkeep of such facilities, and the sharing of information related to hiking activities and countryside facilities, especially safety-related information for hikers. The office will propose enhancements where necessary. Elon Musk, the tech tycoon who was appointed by U.S. President Donald Trump to lead the country's Department of Government Efficiency, said he will be leaving his role as a top advisor to the Trump administration. The world's richest man thanked Trump for the opportunity to help run the Department of Government Efficiency, which is more of an advisory body created by executive order. But Musk's departure comes just a day after he said he was disappointed with Trump's budget bill, which could increase the federal deficit because of massive tax breaks. Under Musk, the Department of Government Efficiency has faced legal challenges over the scope of its work and lack of transparency. The cost-cutting agenda of the department focused on ending bureaucracy, which led to an estimated 260,000 job cuts and voluntary redundancies in the federal workforce. The South Africa-born owner of Tesla said he wants to concentrate on his company after sales of his electric car declined significantly in the first quarter. Now let's take a look at the stock market. The Hang Seng Index ended the day up 315 points. Top active stocks of the day. Checker Fund was up 30 cents. Xiaomi was down 5 cents. BYD was down $1. ZA Online was up $5.05. On to the weather now. Mainly cloudy with a few showers tomorrow. Temperatures will range between 24 and 28 degrees. Expect windy conditions for the Dragon Boat Festival on Saturday. That's our news tonight. I'm Evelyn Bai. Thanks for watching and good night.